All right.
So how was the?
Now, I saw Tracy drive by and I walked in.
And they were supportive.
He might run away. He took over that.
He was in the water.
Water. I know that's guy.
It's been a lot.
I guess this is store four.
Yep, we're good.
Mr. Brady Peterson.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're first.
For that.
Okay, folks, at 6 o'clock, welcome to the City of Smith Center Business Meeting for December 23rd, 2024. I'd like to call this meeting to order. First thing on the agenda is the December 9th, 2024 minutes, which I was absent to, so if all looks in order there, we need a motion to approve the minutes from December 9th.
I'll move to approve the minutes.
We have a motion by Mr. Peterson. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Everett. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion approved on the minutes. Secondly, the vouchers. Looks like we need to pay the bills. We don't have his yet. We're waiting.
No, but it's in the list.
Okay, we're good. So I'll make a motion to pay the bills. I can have a second.
I'll second it.
Second by Brady. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion approved. This is going to be a very quick one. This is just more procedural for getting the bills paid before the end of the year. In regards to ongoing business, Bryce asked maybe if we hold off on this because we're going to be way short people this evening. And so we could discuss it when we got a full council. Is that okay with everybody here?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to table that. The ongoing business regarding the disposition or procurement policy.
Okay. I will need a motion for,
I'd make that motion.
I'll second it.
Second by Brady, all those in favor say aye.
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 thank you.
New business, do we have any new business, Judy?
Yep,
Nothing new?
nothing to add.
We're half done. Okay. Department reports, we don't have a whole lot of people here. Golf course, nobody. ED, what do you got?
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff for you guys. I thought you were gonna get out of here early.
No, it's okay.
First of all, on the docket, we've got Adam Rensselaer had made a commercial revitalization grant request. He's tearing down a little building in the alley there behind McDowell Law Office. He owns a little, and it's kind of a dilapidated shed. So we had everything was in order with the grant application. He's planning to tear that thing down and then clean up the lot, and he's going to use it for parking some vehicles and some storage stuff that he has from the mortuary and stuff over there. So it should be a nice cleanup. Anyways, that building looks pretty crappy. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but anyways, everything was in order. The grant that we have goes up to $5,000. It's a matching grant. But based on the scope of the project, we were going to be contributing $4,583.33. So that was our half of the match up. So he didn't quite get the 10,000 for the whole project, so we didn't get the full 5,000, which it was. But
Everything's in order there?
Yep.
Okay. Any discussion there, you guys? Make a motion on that? If not, I will.
Motion for Rensselaer, commercial
All those in favor, say
revitalization.
Aye.
Aye, motion approved for $3,025 for the Rensselaer commercial.
Yeah, it's 4,583. I guess you got it in your notes there, Jill, don't you?
Oh, we have to.
We got 3,025.
Oh, yeah.
You want to get back to it?
Well, actually, no, you're right. No, you're right. I'm sorry. 3,000. I had bumbled those together. You guys are correct. It's 3,025. Yes, I'm sorry.
As stated,
Yep.
3,025. Okay, what else you got?
So the other thing I had was for $4,583.33. That was the balance for Buffalo Moon. We were here last time talking about them. This is Jenny Franklin. This is for a Jumpstart grant. She originally had requested that Jumpstart grant come in monthly payments. We just let people choose how they want to pay it. She originally chosen to take it in monthly, and then real quick had turned around and said, I actually would like to have the whole thing up because they were pretty deep into the renovations there. So we were just modifying that grant and just giving it to them giving them the balance. They had one payment was made to them, so that's why it's not the full $5,000. That's why it's for $4,583.33.
Well, we've already approved it.
We've already approved this. It's just an adjustment of the payment. So yeah,
Do we need a motion to that?
No, you're on a motion, but it just has to be.
yeah. We just want to make sure you guys were aware. So
Consensus, it's
Yeah.
okay.
okay. Next thing I've got is for our housing team. This is mostly just related to members of the housing team. So Melissa Westbrook has previously been the chairperson of the housing team, and she is resigning from the board. So one of these motions is to accept her resignation, and then the second was to put me then as the chairman of that board. I'm already on it, so I don't know if you need a vote on that or not, but I want to make you aware.
We do for the housing committee, that it can be combined into one.
Yeah, you can just make them so, yeah. So it would just be me coming on as the chairperson, Melissa going off the board altogether.
Okay. I would make that motion that we accept Melissa's resignation and approve Mr. Rhodes as the new president.
I'll second it.
Motion seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion approved.
Okay, the next thing on our docket, this is, we put it under the workforce recruitment team, but this just comes out of the general Smith Center Economic Development budget. And this was a commitment for economic development of $15,000 to continue the things that we've already done with Everly Studio. And part of this is in lieu of the fact that we don't have a director or staff person that can maintain the website. So they're going to be at a very base level doing maintenance for the next year for this $15,000. But it's also the other element of it is they're doing a lot more creative. So they're going to be creating some more videos, producing some more videos that we can put out on the website, and we'll get pushed out to everything onto the new Smith Center website. It also includes them doing social media stuff. So they're going to be doing like, I can't remember what it was exactly, like 2 posts a week or something like that. To keep that activity going. We spent a lot of money last year, $50,000 total, getting all this marketing stuff produced and set out there. And what we didn't want to do is just drop it off and not do anything with it just because we don't have any staff. So the whole commitment is $30,000. Our share of it's $15,000, and then the county, Smith County, is going to participate in it as well. They're paying the other half. That's $15,000. So that's why it's all we're spending is $15,000. Questions about that? I do have just some things here. These go along with that Smith County, Chief Smith County website and some of the marketing stuff that they've produced. These are just metrics and things that we're already able to share. We're already able to start to analyze with the program, the campaign. It's been pretty interesting. They've had you can see there from the web stats. I mean, there's been a ton of activity on it, and people inquiring from other states that are probably people that used to live here, or they've got family members that live here or something, they got caught in the viral loops of the things that have been shared up to this point. So it's been pretty exciting to see that, though, and actually have some tangible numbers and stuff on this stuff versus just, oh yeah, we saw the video, it looked great,
So that the videos have been played over 17,000 times.
Right. Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only been out there, I want to say like 3 months, 2 months, 3 months, something like that. Not very long, really. And I know, like, even as talking off board in my profession as a real estate person, that website's been super handy because people who I talk to all the time are like, even if they're not living in Smith Center, it's like, well, what's this area like? What's around here? And I can just send them links to these to our Smith County video. It's pretty powerful, versus just sending somebody to a website where they go, oh, the city council does this and they meet once a month and here's the doctors. And, this is way more interactive and does a very good job of, explaining what, selling the lifestyle, that we have here. So I don't know if you guys need a motion or not to do that, but that was something we already had budgeted in. This was just going to be allocation of budget dollars.
I'd make that motion. Second by Everett. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved.
Okay, these next two are on the workforce recruitment again, and these are part of that SCRIP. We call it the SCRIP program. This is where we got money from Dane G. Hansen Foundation to give to our employers locally to make incentives or offers to people recruitment. And this is the only people eligible for this are people outside of Smith County and actually outside the Dane Hansen footprint. So the first one is for the school district to hire a director of transportation. And that's for $7,000. And then the second one is for a new teacher position at USD 237 for $7,000. So this is bringing, this is $14,000 of the $60,000 that we had originally in the bank for that. And again, that wasn't any of our money. It was from Dane G. Hansen. We just are the facilitator of it.
And these dollar amounts are they don't have somebody already.
I think that they do have people for these positions
No,
already.
These are hard to fill positions.
So they're wanting to offer the
So-
incentive.
The
What
one-
if?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the director of transportation position is not currently open, but that person could retire anytime.
Sure.
So the superintendent would like to get
Just be
that
ready.
approved
Yeah.
as a position in case that happens in a quick manner, and he needs to find someone. That's an essential position for the school district to have busing.
So is there a timeline of how long these funds are available? I mean, I'm not saying we're gonna run out,
Right.
obviously, because you got quite
Yeah.
a little bucket there, but
Right,
what if?
there is not we need to spend them by.
Yeah,
date. No.
Yeah. And it's just kind of on a first come, first served basis. So their whole workforce team does a pretty good job of, I would say, adjudicating like what comes through and who's using the money and are they using it or not using it, type of a deal. I think that was his question was like, if we go ahead and allocate 7,000 to the department, the transportation department budget or position, does it alienate that 7,000 for somebody else that might use it? And it needs will have some more immediate need. I think, is that your question?
It is, but it's not necessarily a concern at this point.
Right.
You have quite a budget to work with.
Right.
I'm just thinking, what if
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
those funds tied up for the next employer?
I think they're pretty much spoken for though. I mean, once it goes through this committee
And once we give the funds out, we've been assured by the Innovation Center, we can renew the grant and get another 60,000.
yeah. And so at this point, the funding source that comes to us is pretty open. Yeah.
And there was some return.
Yeah, and we've had some that have gotten returned too that we've issued out and they've gotten returned because the person, like there's stipulations on it that the person has to stay here for so long. And if they don't, like there was one of them, I think it was an H&R Block or something, but
There were two that got returned.
yeah, because the
or that
people didn't stay
employee
long
didn't
enough
stay.
to fit in. And so I think once we hand the money over, we hand the money to the employer and then the employer is the one who hands it out to the people. So our security is with the employer really, so if somebody bails, it's the employer's obligation to pay us back, not that person's, so it makes it kind of slick from our standpoint. I mean, there's not a lot of, oversight.
Right, so. Jill, are you okay if we motion those together?
Absolutely.
Anybody will make a motion on the two?
I'll move to approve the two workforce incentive grants.
Okay, got a motion by Brady, second. Second by Everett. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion approved.
Okay. The last one on the workforce there was just again with their board members. They were keeping Joan Nitch as the chair and Shannon Rogers as the secretary for the committee. So there's just no change. They're just rolling that over. Okay. So on our financial reports, this is more like a follow-up of what we talked about last time I was here. One of our borrowers for our revolving loan program has not been making payments, has been gone or hard to get after. Bryce wanted us to turn that over to you guys as far as collections or him. But we've kind of got word that person's shop is going to be closing at the end of this month. And so we just wanted to make the council aware of that activity in case there's anything we need to do to secure collateral or anything like that. I think we have collateral on the personal property and the fixtures or something like that. Does that sound right, Dana?
Yeah, that's how they use it.
Yeah, it's just a UCC filing, so we don't have a mortgage or anything like that in it. But I just wanted to, again, bring that up to Bryce or whoever so they can,
To Tabitha.
yeah,
You'd be able, well,
I can.
yeah,
She would prefer us not to act as collections individually.
right. And then in that same vein, there was another one too that's just behind HPD construction. They've just been behind, and so same thing, just kind of needing to nudge them a little bit. Okay, last two big things I have, and then I'm done. But so the last thing is for we want to continue Dana's consulting agreement with our board. Last time we renewed it, I think was a couple months ago, and we just renewed it for 2 months. Part of it was we didn't know what we're going to be doing hiring somebody, and part of it is Dana also, just being in flux as far as what she's doing. So we want to go ahead and continue her relationship with our board for another 4 months, and at the same amount, it's $2,500 a month. I see it didn't make it into the notes here, but we just wanted to extend that her contractual relationship with our board. So we have basically in lieu of a staff person or staff people, we have Dana as a consultant. She goes to a lot of the meetings and heads up the marketing stuff, works with our boards, our subordinate boards. And then we have Scott, who is doing more of the administrative stuff, like answering the phones and answering emails and being kind of an office type person, but just for high level for you guys, reminder. But we want to continue that relationship with Dana. And so we just need a motion to do that.
You can still process it through, but you don't have 3 to do a motion. We can put it on for the motion at the first
Okay.
meeting.
Yep.
We'll
Yeah,
keep it running.
Right,
but
right,
we don't
yeah.
have 3 to do. So you would have to-
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. We'll just table that, but put it on the agenda. And then the last thing we had was just a reimbursement for Scott for, like I told you guys the last couple times we've been here, we've been doing food because our meetings start at 6 and they go for about 3 or 4 hours. So this would just be getting a reimbursement for Scott on the $123.55 that he'd gotten there. And it's been pretty cool. He's gotten stuff from a different restaurant every time. So it's fun for morale. It's good. Everybody likes doing that. It's fun for camaraderie, and it's fun to support the businesses locally too.
need a motion for that. I'd make that motion for reimbursement of $123.55 Scott Rock. Second by Mr. Peterson. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion approved.
Okay. Other than that, you guys have any questions for me?
Is that your last meeting?
It's my last one. Well, I got to go Monday. Yeah. But then I'm still on the housing board, so I'm still being pretty well involved with this. And then I'm also, I just got onto another board with the Innovation Center, where I'm actually part of a pilot program. We do loan approvals for people that are doing housing developments in the Bain-Hanson footprint. I was just telling Dana before the meeting, it's pretty interesting. We had our first meeting last week, and it's like myself, Mike Cooper from Beloit. There's a retired bank executive from Hayes on there, economic development guy from Thomas County, just kind of a group of different people that have banking and real estate backgrounds and economic development backgrounds. But we had 9 applications we went through, and this is all people building new homes. And the program is such that they have to be affordable homes too. So they have to be at a minimum 1,200 square foot, but no more than 1,900 square feet. There's no threshold on how much you can spend within that, but that's part of where our committee comes in and make sure they're not like putting marble countertops in or things like that. But we've actually got a couple of developers locally that I know are going to be taking care of this or taking advantage of this program or trying to. And so I've already been talking to those guys with, hey, here's the inside track of how you get your applications in and get that going. But it's a hell of a program. I think we've got $2 million in the account for that right now. And what would they do is they give, they're basically forgivable loans for $55,000 to basically everybody that's trying to build a new house or development. And there's a lot of, I think the meeting I went to last week, about half of them were individuals building houses, and the other half was collectives like economic development groups and investor groups that were building homes in small towns. So it's really cool to be on the inside of that. And I think it's going to be a really effective program for some of the things that we want to do in our community. So I'm excited to kind of on the inside of that. So anyways, so I'm leaving the board, but I'm still around in different things. So
Well, thanks for your 9 years.
yeah, appreciate it. That's why it went by pretty fast, honestly. I mean, I kind of look back and go like, wow, God, it's been that long. But I appreciate the opportunity to serve. I mean, it's been awesome and working with you guys and everybody else in the community. So it's just been really cool. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right, guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Jamie, do you have anything for the city council?
Not really. Josh is doing pretty good at school. He'll be home for this week and the next week because of break, so he'll be working some with me, so, but he's doing good. Testing's going pretty good and stuff, so still pretty hyped up about being there, so that's what we like to see anyway, so.
Good. That's good.
Other than that, I don't have anything, so.
Well, I don't have anything for you. Do you, anyone, you guys? Okay, thank you, Jamie. Rick is absent. Jill, have you got anything for us?
Just the ARPA funds, I will be getting online and putting our commitment in before December 31st. I pulled the dollar amount so you can see where we were at based on the J-Corps water line projects, and that includes both projects that they have in there. We have $239,596.38 in ARPA funds. That will leave the city share based on this quote at $58,653.62. We'll get that solidified in with the state as we've had ongoing, that December 31st is their cutoff, so.
Okay.
Just to share those amounts with you, and we will be working on closing out the best we can through the rest of this week and the beginning of next. That's all I've got.
Jill. Brady, do you have anything for Jill?
Nope.
Ever?
Nope.
Melissa, do you have anything for the city?
The only thing I have is Rick and I have been working on a possible option for the city to not have to send somebody to training for a CDL. We would just have to designate someone that's a CDL holder with the city to be an instructor to do the online portion, which would save the city having to pay for a class.
So you're saying a city employee could obtain a CDL locally without having to go somewhere else?
They can do the online portion locally, instead of having to go to a class for however long it is. They would still have to go to an examiner and do the written and drive testing. But it would save the city however much it is to go to like NCK Tech at Beloit for however long to do the class.
Interesting. I didn't know you could remote, we take that. Is that new? Is that new?
Well,
Relatively.
I contacted the driver's license examiner in Phillipsburg. She sent me some information that they're allowing like the cities and counties to do, so they're not having to send their employees.
Oh,
You just have to register your instructor with Federal Motor Carriers, and they have to update their information, do a background check on the instructor first before they would qualify. And then it would save the city having to go through that whole process.
but from what we know, as long as the city employee is already CDL certified, they potentially could be that person, correct?
Yes, they only have to hold a CDL for 2 years in order to qualify as the instructor.
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
And the cost that we had sending Bowden a few years ago was up there quite a ways, so I think it would
And
definitely benefit.
And with whatever turnover the city might have, that instructor could stay on
Right.
and teach those new ones.
Okay, sounds good. Anything else?
Nope, I think that's it.
Where do you have anything for Melissa? Everett?
Nope.
I don't either. Thank you, Melissa. That should conclude the department reports, governing body report. I don't have anything as we speak. Tracy is absent. Dawn is absent. Brady?
There's a letter in everybody's packet. It's a Please accept my resignation effective December 31st, 2024, due to my election as Smith County Commissioner, District 2 seat. I'll be unable to serve on the city council for the final year of my term. I would like to thank the Smith Center community for trusting me to serve in our city council for the last 3 years, and I'd like to thank the city staff and the council for the experience and advice they give me in my time with the city. Look forward to my continued service for Smith Center and now Smith County as our county commissioner, and the many opportunities our local levels of government can have to work with each other to achieve our common goals. Thank you all.
Very nice. Thank you, Brady, and thank you for your commitment to the city and doing your part to try to make things better for everybody. Wish you the best of your new role with the county and new sets of challenges.
Wow, that's lots of challenges.
Everything for the city.
We had golf board meeting, a couple of them here, but I'll wait till our next meeting when the whole council's present to discuss that.
Okay, sounds good. Again, I don't have anything either, so that should conclude the business meeting for December 23rd, unless there's anything else you know of, Jill.
I am not aware of anything else.
Okay, I would take a motion to adjourn.
Make that motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion second. All those in favor say aye.
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 That's it. Very last motion.
Last motion.
So do we need to go through
Yeah.
that?